Alright, so we've got the start of this T-nut going. You see that scribed line right there? Well, that's where we're going to chop the top off, so to speak. Each one of these holes represents the center of a T-nut. So that's about approximately how big they're going to be. I suppose in the scheme of things, it's probably an overkill. You know, then again, these things are a dime a dozen. Probably could have just bought them. But that doesn't seem like a whole lot of fun now, does it? So, they'll be a little bit longer than the stock ones. But I'm going to try to keep everything else the same as far as the hole. That way I can just use some standard hardware with it. So let's get on to the next part, which is going to be chopping the top off of this. Alright, very good. This is what we have now. Looking pretty good. This is where we started, so let's say we're making some good headway here. Let's take this over to the bandsaw. We're going to cut it in 4 pieces, and then we're going to finish drilling this up. See you there. I'm not sure if everybody knows this trick or not, but if you have to hold a short piece in your bandsaw, what you do is you put the same thickness piece behind it, so it actually kind of pinches the piece, the short piece you're trying to grab. So you either want a little bit bigger of a piece so it forms a little pincher, or the same width. And generally, you know, I can hold some pretty small stuff that way without having to, you know, get creative trying to cut it off. Just something to, food for thought, whatever you want to call it. Alright, well, here's what we got. This is what we were shooting for. And, you know, all in all, let me use a different, I sanded that a little bit much on the corner, trying to take off the sharp edges. You know, all in all, I'd say we did pretty darn good. Now, I purposely made these taller because in here, in my horizontal mill, this table is much bigger than my vertical mill. And these work fine in my vertical mill, but they, as you can imagine, they don't stick up very high in here. And I wanted something that was a little bit higher, easier to move around. So these 4 are for this mill. The next 4 I might make them a little bit shorter, but I'm still going to make them taller than these. This is just a standard generic T-nut that you get with a kit. This is designed to fit, you know, a multitude of machines. So since we're doing this, we might as well get a little creative and try to, you know, make some modifications to suit our needs. So anyway, here's that. All we have left to do now is tap these. And I'm probably not going to go as big of a thread as this. I'm thinking this is, I want to say 3/8, but I think it's bigger than 3/8. Maybe the next one up. Because this hole that I drilled is 330, and I was drilling it for a 3/8 tap. So I think I'm going to drill these out to 3/8, and that should be plenty enough holding power for what I'm going to use these for. But, alright guys, well that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.